Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're receiving Social Security, SSI, SSDI, or VA benefits, you need to listen carefully because what's happening around October 15th could affect your payment, your budget, and your peace of mind. There are changes this month that might make your payment look different. Some people are getting theirs earlier. Some are seeing slight variations in the amount, and others are even getting a bit more than expected. It's confusing and many people aren't talking about it, but we're going to break it all down together. I know how stressful it is when the money you rely on every month doesn't look the same, especially when every single dollar counts toward rent, groceries, or medication. That's why I've gone through the Social Security Administration's latest report and the VA's official release to explain everything you need to know in simple terms, who's affected, what's changing, and what you can expect when your payment hits. Before we go any further, if you're new here, welcome to Truth Lens, where we bring you the real stories and updates that matter most to seniors across America. The people who built this country, but are now struggling to keep up with rising costs, unfair policies, and constant confusion around their benefits. We know that many of you depend on Social Security just to get by, and that every delay or unexplained change can throw your entire month off balance. Here at Truth Lens, we shine a light on what's really going on, making sure you're informed, prepared, and never left in the dark about your hard-earned benefits. Now let's talk about what's going on this month. The date you need to circle is October 15th. If you receive SSDI and your birthday falls between the 11th and the 20th of any month, that's normally your payday. But this October, something a little unusual is happening due to new processing changes at the Social Security Administration. If some people are seeing deposits hit their accounts a day earlier, on October 14th instead of the 15th. So if your payment shows up early, don't panic. It's not an error or a glitch. It's simply the result of updated processing schedules designed to make deposits faster. For SSI recipients, your payment for October already arrived on the 1st of the month, but here's where it gets tricky. Your December payment will arrive early on November 29th because December 1st falls on a Sunday. That means you'll have to make that November payment stretch a little longer than usual to cover the full month of December, so plan accordingly. As for veterans receiving VA disability payments, those payments for October were made on October 1st, right on schedule. However, if you're also getting SSI or SSDI, make sure to track both payment schedules carefully so your budgeting stays on track. Now, here's what's been catching a lot of people off guard: the payment amounts. Some seniors are noticing that their deposit looks a little different. A few dollars higher or lower than usual. Don't worry, your core benefit amount hasn't changed. What's likely happened is that your Medicare Part B or Part D premiums have been slightly adjusted for the new fiscal year. These recalculations happen every fall, and they can change the total that hits your bank account after deductions. If you see your deposit is smaller than last month, it could also be because of overpayment recovery, tax or child support garnishments, or representative payee fees. All standard deductions that sometimes shift without much warning. But here's some good news we can all use. Starting in January 2025, the new cost of living adjustment, COLA, will officially take effect. The increase is expected to be 2.5%, which means a small but meaningful raise in your monthly benefits. For the average SSDI recipient receiving around $1,537 a month, that's about an extra $38. For those on SSI receiving the maximum federal benefit of $943, it's around $24 more each month. It may not feel like a big jump, especially with inflation eating into everything, but it's still a positive step. And for many seniors, every bit helps when you're choosing between paying bills and buying essentials. There's another update worth celebrating: the SSA's new payment system upgrades. These upgrades mean payments are being processed faster and more accurately. Some beneficiaries have already noticed their deposits showing up a few hours or even a day early, which can make a real difference if you've been counting down the days until your next check. Plus, the My Social Security online portal has also improved, giving seniors easier access to payment information, benefit amounts, and deposit verification without sitting on hold for hours waiting to speak to someone. That said, not everyone is seeing improvements right away. Some seniors have reported smaller payments this month due to Medicare premium increases or recouped overpayments from past mistakes made by the SSA. If that's you, know that you have rights. You can request a hardship waiver or ask to reduce your repayment amount if it's making it hard to cover basic needs. These overpayments are often not your fault, yet the system still expects you to pay back money you may not even have anymore. It's frustrating, and it's exactly the kind of issue we keep spotlighting here on Truth Lens to make sure your voices are heard. Let's talk about what this all means for you. On October 15th, check your bank account, or even a day earlier on October 14th. Verify that your deposit came through and that the amount matches what you expected. Don't just assume everything's fine. Log in and look for yourself. If the amount looks off by more than a few dollars, reach out to the Social Security Administration to find out why. It might take time to get through, but you have every right to ask where your money went. For single seniors living on Social Security alone, these small shifts can have a huge impact. Maybe you've been budgeting every penny to cover rising rent or the grocery bill that seems to climb higher every week. Maybe your medication costs have gone up again. It's heartbreaking to see seniors who work their whole lives having to worry about whether their payment will cover their basic needs. But that's the reality for millions of Americans today. This is why understanding these payment updates isn't just about knowing when your check arrives. It's about staying in control of your finances and protecting what's rightfully yours. For veterans who serve this country and now rely on disability or retirement benefits, remember that your VA payments and Social Security benefits are separate. The VA usually pays on the first of the month, or earlier if that date falls on a weekend, while SSDI follows your birthday schedule. Keeping both straight will help avoid confusion and ensure your bills are covered on time. For seniors on fixed incomes, it's no secret that life in 2025 has become more expensive than ever. Groceries, utilities, rent, everything costs more, but benefits haven't kept up at the same pace. That's why even a small COLA increase matters and why it's important to double check that you're getting every dollar you're entitled to. Many seniors are skipping meals or delaying medication refills just to make ends meet. But here's the truth. You deserve better. You paid into this system your entire working life. You earn these benefits. And despite how complicated and slow the system can be, your Social Security and SSI are your rights, not handouts. So if you notice any changes this month, take a deep breath. Don't panic. Payments arriving early or looking slightly different are part of the adjustments being rolled out nationwide. What matters most is that you stay alert, stay informed, and never let confusion or frustration stop you from fighting for what's yours. To everyone watching this, especially the seniors across America who are doing their best to stretch every dollar, please remember this. You are not alone. Millions of others are walking the same path, facing the same worries and making the same hard choices. But by staying informed, you're taking power back into your own hands. You're doing what so many others don't. You're learning, preparing, and protecting yourself in a system that doesn't always make it easy. So when October 15th arrives, keep calm and check your account. If something doesn't look right, take action. You've come too far to let confusion take control of your finances. And as always, Truth Lens will be here to keep you updated, informed, and supported every step of the way because you matter. Your story matters. And no senior in America should ever feel left behind when it comes to the benefits they've earned. ChatGPT can make mistakes. Check important info.